Human stem cells being injected into a pig's embryo.
Yes, you heard that right. Human cells have successfully grown inside a pig embryo. This is one step closer to the possibility of growing livers and other human organs inside of animals.
This is the first time that we see human cells actually can survive. So when people say half human, half pig, it's not right.
A miracle. The first successful genetically modified pig kidney transplant into a human.
The boundaries between what it means to be human and what it means to be non-human, the moral status associated with this is a deep, deep, deep question.
From peculiar animal hybrids to startling genetic manipulations, coming up with the wild idea of crossbreeding, scientists brought some of the most drastic creatures to existence. And if you want to know more, so tag along and explore the unexpected results of insane experiments that shocked everyone. The Hulk. Is it another experiment or something else? If you're like me, then you'll be just as shocked to find out that the Belgian Blue is a product of some intense selective breeding. These cattle are absolute giants, and no amount of money could ever convince me to face one head-on. Their massive size and muscular build make them look like family members of the Hulk. Belgian Blues were created through selective breeding in the 20th century, aiming to produce cattle with more muscle and less fat. This breed is known for a genetic mutation that suppresses the production of myostatin, a protein that regulates muscle growth. And the result? Gigantic muscles that make them stand out from other cattle. Despite their intimidating appearance, Belgian Blues are generally docile and well suited for meat production. Their unique look and impressive muscle mass makes them a fascinating example of how selective breeding can dramatically alter an animal's traits. Liger. Now let's talk about ligers, one of the most awe-inspiring and controversial hybrids out there. A liger is born from the mating of a male lion and a female tiger. The result of this crossbreeding is a colossal creature that can grow up to 12 feet in length and weigh over 900 pounds. Making it the largest of all big cats. Despite their size, ligers can run at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour. This impressive hybridization doesn't occur in the wild. It's solely a result of human intervention in captivity. Breeders often aim to create these hybrids to attract visitors to zoos and animal parks. Ligers inherit physical and behavioral traits from both parents, with their majestic size coming from the growth-promoting genes of lions, and their stripy, somewhat muted coloration from tigers. However, like many hybrids, ligers are infertile, and this infertility is due to the genetic differences between lions and tigers. Roller bear. Roller bears are the unique hybrids born from polar bears and grizzly bears. They blend features from both parents, with fur that mixes white and brown, and bodies that combine traits from each species. The first confirmed sighting of a roller bear in the wild was in 2006 in the Canadian Arctic. These hybrids have since been spotted in areas where polar and grizzly bear habitats overlap due to climate change. As polar bears move south and grizzlies head north, their interactions increase, leading to more roller bears. These bears are a symbol of the changing Arctic environment. They inherit survival skills from both parent species. But their existence raises questions about the future of pure polar and grizzly bear populations. Wolfin.
Recently doing a field project in the waters off Kauai when they came across a mixed group with two species.
Now let's talk about wolfins. These incredible creatures are like the rare unicorns of the sea, born from the unlikely romance between a false killer whale and a bottlenose dolphin. It's not every day you see these hybrids, considering how different their parents are. Sea Life Park even has a special spot for them, because they're so hard to come by. Wolfins are a mix of their mom and dad's best features, from their size to their playful personalities. Their dorsal fins are a mashup of dolphin and whale styles, and their coloration can be a mix of both too. These guys usually land somewhere in size between false killer whales, and bottlenose dolphins. While we don't know too much about how they act in the wild, it's safe to say they probably show a little bit of everything from their parents, like strong social bonds like false killer whales, and smart social interactions like dolphins. One famous wolfin is Kim Malu, born in Sea Life Park in Hawaii back in 1985. She made waves worldwide, sparking conversations about the ethics and conservation impact of hybrid creatures. Beefalo. These cool critters are like a mixtape of domestic cows and wild American bison cooked up right in the heart of the United States back in the 20th century. The idea behind them was pretty smart. Combine the best of both worlds to get a tough, meaty, and easy-to-raise animal for farming. Bison have this awesome, dark, and tasty meat, while cows are more chill and farm-friendly. When the bison population started to dip in the late 60s, a rancher named Jim Burnett from Montana had this light bulb moment. He thought, hey, why not mix them up to make something super strong? So he carefully picked bison dads and cow moms to make calves that could handle any weather, stay healthy, and give us leaner meat. Fast forward to today, beefalos are still strutting their stuff on farms, though they're more cow than bison now. About 60% of their genes come from cows and 40% from bison, giving them that perfect blend of farm and wild. Geep. Let's talk about geeps, or shoats. When a goat and a sheep share the same space, sometimes magic happens, and out comes a geep. But being a geep isn't easy. Many are stillborn, facing an uphill battle. But every now and then, one beats the odds. Like this dude born to a goat mom and a sheep dad. With traits from both sides, they're a real mix-up of nature's design. Humans have also intervened into the world of geeps, creating what they term chimeras, creatures with cells from multiple zygotes. Through the manipulation of sheep and goat embryos, scientists have engineered these artificially bred geeps. Like their natural counterparts, they cannot reproduce. However, these lab-engineered geeps have a lot of potential in wool production for agriculture. Woolly mammoth. Scientists from all over the world are working to bring back the woolly mammoth, those ancient giants that roamed the earth over 10,000 years ago. All of this started in 2023, when Colossal Biosciences US gathered experts to explore de-extinction and stated that it wants to have woolly mammoth hybrid calves by 2028 and wants to reintroduce them to the Arctic tundra habitat. Efforts to bring back the woolly mammoth involve blending its DNA with that of modern elephants, aiming to create a cold-resistant hybrid that embodies the key traits of the original mammoth. This ambitious de-extinction project seeks to reproduce an animal that walks, looks, and sounds like a woolly mammoth, capable of thriving in the same habitats its ancestors once did. The project aims to increase the resilience of ecosystems to climate change, develop tools to aid in the conservation of modern elephants, and advance genetic research. Inbred Kenny. Kenny, a tragic example of irresponsible breeding practices. Kenny, often called the ugliest tiger in the world, was born with severe abnormalities because his parents were siblings. This inbreeding, often done to maintain rare traits like white fur, led to Kenny having a condition similar to Down syndrome. Inbreeding can cause genetic disorders and deformities, as seen with Kenny. Despite his challenges, Kenny's story isn't his fault. He was a victim of human desires for exotic pets. He lived only 10 years, passing away in 2008, far short of the typical 20 to 25 years for tigers in captivity. Kenny's story is a stark reminder of the ethical issues in breeding exotic animals. It underscores the need for better regulations and more responsible practices to prevent such tragedies in the future. Jackalope. The jackalope, a mythical creature steeped in North American folklore, has long fascinated imaginations, with its depiction often including antlers and occasionally wings. According to legend, the jackalope is said to be a cross between a jackrabbit, and an antelope, which has intrigued people about the idea of such unusual blends. Despite being just a myth, the jackalope holds a special place as a beloved cultural symbol, representing the playful side of imaginary crossbreeds. There are reports claiming that jackalopes are extremely rare creatures, possibly a blend of an extinct pygmy deer and a type of hostile rabbit. And they tend to be very shy, unless someone gets too close. Some stories even suggest that they can be quite fierce if they feel threatened. Even though government officials deny their existence, sightings of jackalopes have been reported worldwide, keeping the mystery alive and fascinating. Toiger. The toiger is like a tiny tiger you can cuddle. It's not just any cat, it's a clever mix of Bengal and domestic short-haired breeds. But it's not just for looks. Judy Sugden, the brains behind this project, wanted to raise awareness about real tiger conservation. She started this in the early 2000s, inspired by her mom's work with Bengal cats. By carefully picking parents with the coolest coats, Judy made sure toigers stayed both wild-looking and super friendly. In 2008, they even got official recognition from the International Cat Association. It's been quite a journey for Judy, starting with importing a special cat from India just for its unique stripes. Toigers aren't just pets, they're a way to show love for big cats everywhere. Naruga. Naruga is a mysterious creature born from an unexpected love story between a narwhal and a beluga whale. In the late 1980s, a curious fisherman, hoping for a regular beluga sighting, instead came face to face with a strange creature sporting gray skin and the iconic narwhal horn. Intrigued, the fisherman preserved its skull, unknowingly starting a decades-long mystery. It wasn't until 3 decades later that DNA testing revealed the truth: a first-generation hybrid born to a narwhal mom and a beluga dad. This adult Naruga, already a rare find, shows the extraordinary phenomenon of crossbreeding in the Arctic. While encounters between narwhals and belugas are uncommon, their shared habitat hints at more hidden Narugas. However, due to limited mating opportunities and sterile offspring, the birth of a Naruga is like finding a needle in a haystack, estimated to occur only once in a million births. Mulard Duck. Meet Mulard ducks, a fascinating result of crossing Muscovy and Pickin breeds. Beyond their culinary appeal, they showcase the magic of crossbreeding in agriculture. These ducks, also known as Peckin ducks, have gained fame in French cuisine for their meat. They're not your average duck. Males weigh 8 to 12 pounds, females 8 to 10 pounds, offering a hefty serving for any dish. Like Muscovy ducks, Mullards have claws on their feet, but do not fly and perch. Instead, they prefer to stay near water as Peckins do. Mulard ducks exemplify how mixing different duck genes can yield remarkable results, highlighting the ingenuity of crossbreeding in creating unique agricultural products. Cuban Croc. Cuban crocodiles are one of the most endangered crocodile species, found only in Cuba. They are strong swimmers and just as comfortable on land. Adults can grow up to 3.5 meters long, with males typically larger than females. These crocodiles are threatened by habitat loss and hunting. In the Lanier Swamp, over 600 Cuban crocodiles compete with around 40,000 sighted Camas. Additionally, American crocodiles in the Zapata Swamp are interbreeding with them, threatening their genetic purity. There are only about 3,000 purebred Cuban crocodiles left in the wild. Despite being endangered, much about their natural history is still unknown, and efforts are needed to protect and increase their wild population. Guppy cross mollyfish. Guppy molly hybrids, often called mollies or guppies, are a fascinating result of cross-breeding guppies and mollies. These hybrids inherit traits from both parent species, possessing vibrant colors and unique patterns. Guppies are known for their bright colors and small size, while mollies are hardy and easy to care for. In aquariums, their hybrids combine the best features of both, offering a mix of colors and patterns. These hybrids vary in appearance, with some resembling guppies and others mollies. However, they might have different levels of fertility, with some unable to reproduce. Camas. The Camas is a unique hybrid resulting from the crossbreeding of a camel and a llama. Created in 1998 through artificial insemination, Camas combine the strength of camels with the docile nature of llamas. They lack the camel's hump but inherit their long legs, making them sturdy and adaptable to various landscapes. Camas were bred to be efficient load carriers like camels, but with a more manageable temperament like llamas. Despite their practical potential, Camas remain rare and primarily exist in research and conservation centers, showcasing the possibilities and challenges of crossbreeding different species. Dodo Bird. The dodo bird, famously known for its extinction, was a flightless bird native to the island of Mauritius. Standing about 3 feet tall and weighing around 50 pounds, these birds had a unique appearance, with plump bodies, small wings, and a large beak. They were first discovered by Dutch sailors in the late 16th century, and within a century they were extinct due to human activity. The arrival of humans, along with the introduction of invasive species like rats and pigs, led to the rapid decline of dodo populations. Despite their extinction, the dodo remains an iconic symbol of the impact humans can have on the natural world and the importance of conservation efforts to protect endangered species. Dolly the Sheep. Dolly the Sheep made history as the first mammal cloned from an adult somatic cell, using a technique called somatic cell nuclear transfer, or SCNT. Born on July 5, 1996 at the Roslin Institute in Scotland, Dolly was cloned from a mammary gland cell, proving that it was possible to create a genetically identical animal from a differentiated somatic cell. This breakthrough in cloning technology sparked widespread debate and raised ethical concerns about the implications of cloning for both humans and animals. Despite living a relatively normal life, Dolly's health declined prematurely, and she met her fate in 2003 due to progressive lung disease and arthritis. Dolly's legacy continues to influence scientific research and discussions surrounding genetic engineering and cloning technologies. Spider dog. Is this another science experiment gone wrong, or something else? As we explore more weird stuff from the labs, it's easy to think this might be another one of those freaky creations. But wait, let's take a closer look. It's like a dog mixed with a spider, and it looks so scary. In this video from Poland, people were freaking out as a dog with spider legs chased them. Turns out, it was just a prank. It was just a dog dressed up to scare people. So while it seemed like a creepy experiment, it was really just a funny trick. Killer bees. Killer bees aren't natural. Nope, they're actually a result of a scientist experiment gone wrong. Way back in 1956, a scientist named Dr. Warwick Kerr in Brazil thought mixing European and African honeybees would make more honey. But guess what? Instead of sweet success, he got super hostile bees. These bees don't mess around. When they feel threatened, they don't just send a few guards, they send the whole army. So next time you see a dark cloud of bees, you might want to run. Could be those killer bees coming for you. Zebroids. Next on our list are zebroids, a fascinating hybrid that takes things to a whole new level. If you mate a zebra with a horse, their offspring, a zorse, would need to mate with another zebra to create what we call a zebroid. Confusing? A little bit, but it's all part of the wild world of hybrid animals. Zebroids come in different shapes and sizes, often with the stripes of a zebra and the build of a horse or donkey. Some look more zebra-like, while others resemble their horse or donkey parent more closely. These hybrids are known for their striking appearance, making them quite fascinating. However, this crossbreeding is not without its downsides. Like many hybrids, zebroids are usually infertile. This infertility is due to the different number of chromosomes in zebras and their equine partners. Despite their unique look, the creation of zebroids highlights the unnatural and complex nature of hybridization, similar to other hybrids we've discussed. First ever. When we think about crossbreeding, we often imagine the strange and fascinating hybrids that come from it. So what happens when a cat and dog put aside their differences? Well, according to this AI video, you can get an animal that walks like a dog but has the face of a cat. Perky ears, fluffy fur, definitely a hybrid. However, there is one real life as well. Dua, the adorable Haimong dog who took the internet by storm in 2020. Dua, hailing from Hanoi, Vietnam, looks like a cross between a cat and a dog, and he quickly became a social media sensation. His parents, Hyana and Tuan, started sharing his photos and antics on Reddit, charming everyone with his unique appearance and sweet personality. Dua has often been called a cat-dog hybrid by fans, but Hyan clarifies that he is actually a mix of a native dog breed and a short-legged dog called Dingo. She suspects he might have a gene mutation, making him resemble a corgi mix. Despite his unusual looks, there's no feline DNA in Dua. Glowing rabbits. Scientists from Turkey and Hawaii managed to create these phosphorescent bunnies by combining the DNA of jellyfish with that of rabbits. Out of 8 rabbits, 2 ended up glowing. The scientists hope this breakthrough will aid in producing medicines. But it's hard to get past the fact that these once adorable creatures now look like something out of a sci-fi movie. The glowing effect is intended to highlight genetic modifications and research. This experiment pushes the limits of science and makes us think about what's possible with genetic engineering. Glowing rabbits might seem cool, but they also make us realize how tricky it can be to change animals' DNA for our benefit. Simba the Goat. Simba the Goat, with the longest ears you've ever seen, caused quite a stir in Pakistan and beyond a couple of years back. Simba, under the care of Mohammed Hassan Nurjaro, captured attention with his remarkable ears. At birth, they measured an astonishing 1.5 feet each, growing to an impressive 2.6 feet each by the time of his passing. This unique feature made Simba a viral sensation, captivating audiences worldwide. Born in 2022 in Karachi, Simba's ears earned him the title of a beauty contest winner in just a few days. Narajo proudly boasts that Simba's fame has skyrocketed in just a month, a level of celebrity that could take others decades to achieve. Subscribers pick. In a groundbreaking experiment, scientists cracked the code to inject human stem cells into pig embryos. They witnessed these cells grow and develop into human organs like hearts. This experiment was a roller coaster of possibilities, envisioning livers and other human organs grown inside animals, offering hope to countless individuals in need of transplants. But amidst the excitement, a pause was necessary. The journey from experiment to reality was still long. Also, the embryos in this experiment were permitted to grow for only 28 days, never to be born. This raised profound questions about the essence of humanity and the boundaries between species.